What if the world didn't start its day with a latte or an espresso shot, but instead with a small, delicate cup of Saudi coffee, served with dates and steeped in centuries of tradition? Imagine for a moment Saudi coffee or kahwa becoming the world's most beloved beverage, not just in Riyadh or Jeddah, but in every corner of the globe. From the bustling streets of New York City to the quiet cafés of Paris and the busy markets of Tokyo, Saudi coffee reigns supreme. Saudi coffee is a beverage unlike any other. It isn't simply about caffeine. It's about flavor, culture, and connection. Unlike the deep, dark roasts that dominate the global coffee market, Saudi coffee is lighter, with a golden hue, and is often infused with cardamom, cloves, saffron, and sometimes even cinnamon. It's a drink that's aromatic and spicy, offering something far more complex than the typical bitter, dark brews most coffee drinkers are used to. But beyond its distinct flavor, Saudi coffee carries with it centuries of tradition, rich with stories and rituals that go beyond the mere act of drinking coffee. In Saudi culture, coffee is a symbol of hospitality. When you enter someone's home, the first thing you're likely to receive is a cup of kahwa, served with dates, as a gesture of welcome and respect. It's not a drink to rush through. It's an invitation to slow down, share stories, and connect. It's a drink that encourages you to be present, to embrace the moment. There's a ritual in how it's made, carefully brewed in a traditional dallah coffee pot, sometimes passed around in a circle, often accompanied by laughter and conversation. Saudi coffee is about bonding over something small yet meaningful, and in a world that's moving at an ever-increasing pace, that's something rare and valuable. Now let's imagine a world where this tradition spreads globally, where Saudi coffee becomes a staple in every cafe, household, and restaurant across the globe. How would that shift the way we think about coffee and our relationships to one another? If Saudi coffee became the world's favorite beverage, it would undoubtedly cause a ripple effect in every part of the coffee industry. The first place we'd see change would be in the way coffee is grown. Unlike the dark roasts of Arabica and Robusta beans that dominate global markets today, Saudi coffee is made from lighter, more delicate beans, often grown in the mountains of the Arabian Peninsula as well as parts of Ethiopia and Yemen. If the demand for Saudi coffee grew, so would the demand for these types of beans. This could create new agricultural opportunities, especially in regions that are already known for their high-quality organic coffee. Farming methods might shift as well. Saudi coffee is unique not just because of its lighter roast, but because of the spices that are often used to flavor it. Cardamom, cloves, saffron, and cinnamon are not just flavorings. They're ingredients that carry meaning, especially in the context of hospitality. These spices are not just for flavor. They add warmth, depth, and fragrance to the coffee. If Saudi coffee became the world's go-to beverage, we could see a global shift toward cultivating and harvesting these ingredients on a much larger scale, not only in the Middle East, but in new regions that want to capitalize on this growing market. Economically, Saudi Arabia would likely experience a boom. The country, which already has vast wealth from oil and gas, would gain new global influence as a coffee producer and cultural leader. The coffee economy would create new jobs, new exports, and new opportunities for international trade. Coffee shops around the world might proudly serve Saudi coffee alongside their usual espresso-based offerings, making the kingdom a global player in the beverage industry. We could even see Saudi coffee brands expanding internationally, competing with long-established players like Starbucks, Dunkin', and local cafés. But the impact wouldn't just be economic. If Saudi coffee became the global favorite, it would bring a cultural shift too. Right now, coffee is often seen as a quick pick-me-up, a way to get through the day. But in Saudi culture, it's not about rushing. It's about taking your time, enjoying the moment, and sharing it with others. In the US, for example, people are more likely to drink their coffee on the go, in a disposable cup, as they rush to work or run errands. If Saudi coffee took over, there might be a shift towards slowing down, engaging with people more, and valuing the ritual of coffee. Instead of treating coffee as a utilitarian drink to help you get through your day, people might begin to see it as a reason to pause and reflect. We might even see new cafés or coffee shops designed with the express purpose of helping people slow down, places that encourage conversation, relaxation, and connection. At the same time, though, there would be challenges. Not everyone loves the flavor of Saudi coffee. While some people are already hooked on its spicy, fragrant notes, others might find it too subtle, especially if they're used to the stronger, darker flavors of espresso or black coffee. There would likely be resistance, especially in coffee-drinking cultures like Italy, where espresso is almost a religion. Coffee shops might need to adapt their menus to offer a variety of options, perhaps a fusion of Saudi coffee with other global coffee traditions. The rise of Saudi coffee could also create a conflict with big coffee chains. Starbucks, for example, has built its empire on offering quick, caffeinated fixes in a variety of flavors. If Saudi coffee were to become mainstream, these chains would need to adapt, perhaps offering more intimate experiences and changing their coffee offerings to include Saudi coffee, alongside their usual espressos and lattes. While some might see this as an exciting opportunity to diversify, others might feel that it goes against the very principles of efficiency and convenience that have made these chains successful in the first place. But even with these challenges, the potential benefits of Saudi coffee going global are clear. At its core, Saudi coffee is a drink that fosters connection, conversation, and warmth. In a world that's increasingly disconnected, Saudi coffee could serve as a reminder of the importance of slowing down and taking the time to truly engage with those around us. It's a drink that tells a story of hospitality, tradition, and culture. Would it be easy for Saudi coffee to overtake espresso or lattes as the global favorite? Probably not, but the seeds are already being planted. Saudi Arabia has already taken steps to promote its coffee culture, with the country declaring 2022 as the Year of Saudi Coffee. UNESCO has recognized Saudi coffee traditions as part of the world's cultural heritage. Local brands are expanding, and more people are beginning to appreciate the unique qualities of this aromatic spiced brew. So who knows? Perhaps one day, Saudi coffee will be the drink that unites us all over shared cups, stories, and moments of connection. In the end, coffee is more than just a drink. It's an experience. If Saudi coffee were to become the world's favorite beverage, maybe it would help us all slow down, reconnect with one another, and savor the small, beautiful moments that often go unnoticed in the rush of daily life.